Let them do as they please. Staring into my eyes.
Shucky ducky, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope we're having a great day today. It is Friday, the 20... 28th of June 2024, and I believe this makes it the last Friday before financial year ends. See? Yes, with Sunday being the last day before financial year ends, and then Monday, Imaginarium Theatre Day. Ooh, very exciting. I probably won't stream Genshin on Sunday because I'm streaming today, so we'll do our weeklies as well, why not? Okay. We have a combat event going on, so we're gonna do that. It's got 2 days left. For some reason, all of the events are like super duper short. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, we'll sort that out today. We'll do some farming. We'll do weeklies. I have all 4 of these here, which is incredible luck, except I'm doing the event today, so kind of wasted. Oh well. But yeah, no matter. We just be doing what we be doing. Witness my magnificence! I see you're armored for a pillow fight? Yeah. You know what the funny thing is? So this was originally my dad's. This puffer jacket here was originally my dad's, right? But for whatever reason, the reason why we did the switch was because... Okay, this is not a good team. The reason why we did the switch was because the one I had before was very... Yeah, I beat him in a pillow fight and claimed it as my prize. True. No. The one I had before was... It was tighter around my waist area. And like these puffer jackets, they go all the way down past your pockets. Because it was tighter at the bottom, the one I had before, because it was tighter at the bottom, what happened was when I tried to sit down, I actually couldn't really sit down in it because it was just too tight around the bottom area. So we swapped. Now, the extremely weird thing is that my dad can sit down wearing my one. I can sit down perfectly fine wearing this one. Now, I can sit on a chair perfectly fine with this zipped up and everything, which begs the question, someone forgot leg day? Well, I don't know what that means. Does it mean my dad has no ass and I have a massive dump truck? What does it mean? Am I caked up out the gills and I'm not even aware of it? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. My dad does not have any thick legs. Well, does that mean that I have thick legs? Does that mean... Because I certainly don't work them out. So... I guess I follow my waifus who have thick thighs and save lives. Either way, I don't really know what to feel about this. I'm addicted to that song. Ember Fire, which is the song with the main track for the Arlecchino, what do you call it? What's it called? Whoa. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Where did that come from? The Arlecchino animation. I'm kind of addicted now to the track used in the Arlecchino animation. I've basically got it on repeat while I'm at work. Is that oh god. Okay, just avoid the flat defense. We're actually good. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Can I hit crit damage, please? Okay. Okay, well, I kind of slightly lied there. Maybe we're not good.
Laid bare. Time to shine. Shower me with praise. Decided by destiny. Shadows of fate. Hi. Let me scribe. Overruled.
But yeah, it's fine. Like yeah, when I'm at work, I actually have Fatui music just pumping all day, every day. So if people were to ever like grab my phone and listen to what I'm hearing, to listen to what I'm listening to at work, you know what they hear? Opera. That would actually be what they hear. The game. Capture client. I did it a lot with Honkai Star Rail's first trailer. Problem is, the song is only 1:30, so it's on repeat. That'll do it.
Let my name echo in song. Walk alive. Delve into destiny.
Everlasting as the moon.
Written in the stars.
Let's get it on.
Well, let's see what happened. This week's TV has been very interesting. I've been watching House of the Dragon. I've been watching Demon Slayer. I've also been watching The Acolyte. I'm still watching that show. I've also been watching The Boys. I'm enjoying my week of TV, which I know for some people would be like, wait, you also included The Acolyte in that list. How are you enjoying your week of TV? I'm actually enjoying. Look, I'm. You know what it might be. I'm not paying nearly as much attention to like every frame of every second of every minute of The Acolyte. You know, because here's the thing. The Acolyte comes out on a Wednesday in Australia, right? The Acolyte happens to come out on a Wednesday right before lunch in Sydney, Australia, right? So when do I get the time to watch The Acolyte? When I'm having lunch on a Wednesday. Now, what lunch do I normally have on a Wednesday? KFC. So here's my experience of watching The Acolyte. I've got it on my phone. It's on the table. It's right there. I'm watching it. But I'm also, chomping on some chicken. So I'm not exactly paying attention to every second to every frame of every second of every minute of The Acolyte. And I'm not hate watching the show. So I'm enjoying it. I'm actually finding it thoroughly entertaining. I am entertained while I'm eating chicken. Of course, I'm usually quite entertained while I'm eating KFC. That's for damn sure. But, you know, maybe. For those who, I understand chicken as I don't. Oh, it's the new Star Wars show that it's causing a huge ruckus on the internet because black people. Who the hell knows? For reasons that don't really make a lot of sense. But like, here's so for those who are potentially struggling to enjoy the show, I offer a potential solution, which is watch it while you're having KFC. Which, if you ask me, might actually be the best way to enjoy anything. Case of Mandalorian, which I was also like, what the heck is that? Yeah, if you're not into Mando, and okay, here's the thing. If you're extremely into Star Wars, you might not like this show. Because apparently there are things that happen in this show that have been claimed to break various canons in Star Wars. I don't really feel so, but whatever. That's the claim that's being had. If you don't like Star Wars, there's a good chance you won't like this show. So, ironically, you kind of just have to be aware of you have to be in that area between aware of what Star Wars is and like Star Wars enough to watch the movies and have a good time watching the movies, but not so much that you start diving into the books and you start thinking about it 24/7. If you're a Star Wars, if you're like what do you call it? If you're not even a professional Star Wars enjoyer, if you're I mean, there is a word that I guess could describe it perfectly, but it is technically ableist, so I'm not going to use it. If you're just someone who is like deep dick into Star Wars to the point where you will instantly notice, and not just instantly notice, but like become really, really uncomfortable with things that are like possibly slightly wrong, you're probably not going to have a good time watching this show. Yeah. I feel like that doesn't really exist. Well, I mean, to some extent, I'm a casual Star Wars enjoyer. Like, I certainly am not going to like consult the comics to be like, oh my god, can't believe they did this when they should have done this. Like, I kind of forgot that in one of the things that recently came out, I actually forgot that Dooku killed Yaddle. That's how casual I am when it comes to being a Star Wars enjoyer. But I'm still, enjoying it, so it is what it is. I think to pass the test, you have to answer yes to have you seen any Star Wars movies, and no to do you remember any names. Well, names are easy to remember. Names of the main characters are easy enough to... Whoa. I would be shocked if this ends up being... Okay, we'll level that up. That doesn't look like a WoW to me. It's... Well, in the context of Nivelette, who is a character that scales off HP, and obviously wants... Oh, sorry. You missed... It's probably because you couldn't see the part where it says Hydro Damage Cup. It's... You weren't able to see the part where it says Hydro Damage Bonus. Okay, EM. Good. Okay, can I chuck a piece? No, I don't want to chuck that one, actually. How many of these? EM. No, we're chucking this. Definitely chucking that. Okay. Oh.
Overruled. This is where you fall.
Oh, what?
Gotcha.
How did that one survive? I'm stuck at a crossroad. I've got this, which is a geo damage bonus cup, which is really, really good for someone like Zhongli. Or I just stick to my HP percent cup. With this, my meteor shoots up by 50%. My meteor damage actually increases by about 50%. With this, my meteor by itself is only 50k damage. With this, my meteor is now 75k damage. I tested. But with this, my shield is a bit stronger. I think, no, you know what? I think my shield is not actually breaking. I think what's happening is that my shield is just expiring. Which is one of the reasons why I like the higher so much, because her stuff actually lasts a bit longer. Support or carry, yeah, exactly. It's support or carry.
Quiver.
This is order.
Transfixed. Quietly now. Busted. Things are about to get dicey. Overruled.
Yeah, that's definitely just the shield expiring, which is a little bit annoying. Because unlike the higher, you have to... I've got 2 of these now. What the hell is this? Because, with Zhongli, if you want the shield, you need to do a hold skill, and it takes a bit of time. With the higher, you just need to use the skill. You can just do tap skill.
Strike. Glory to the Shogun.
Gather. Order.
And that'll do the trick.
Late bear. Game's up. Fun's over.
HSR has no EM. EM is Elemental Mastery. It is typically another stat that can increase the amount of damage that your reactions do. So, for reactions like Vaporize and Melt, which is, okay. So for reactions like Vaporize and Melt, so Vaporize is when you use Hydro on someone that has Pyro on them. So when you splash water on someone that is already on fire, or if you set fire to someone who's wet, right? That's Vaporize. Melt is basically the same idea, except someone's cold instead of being wet, or you're chucking ice at someone who's on fire, right? That's Melt. Those reactions, when you trigger the reaction, the damage that you do when you trigger that reaction is further increased by a percentage, right? EM, Elemental Mastery, is a stat that factors into how much more additional damage you do, right? When you do the whole Dendro thing, so when you use, if someone is affected by plants, if someone is affected by grass and you zap them with electricity, well, first off, you do something called Quicken, and then I'm surprised it's a flat number. It's not. That one is not a flat number. Oh, EM? Okay. The best way to explain is actually just reading the thing. So, Elemental Mastery. Elemental Mastery on the gear is a flat number. Yeah. Elemental Mastery can strengthen the benefits gained from elemental I should have just read this. Elemental Mastery can strengthen the benefits gained from elemental reactions. Okay? So, it's a flat number because as the number goes higher, these percentages go higher. That's just the idea, right? Yeah, it's actually a lot of percentage effects. Yes, that's right. That's right. So, so yeah, when you trigger any reaction, Elemental Mastery will factor into how much damage it does. For Melt and Vaporize, it becomes a percentage increase of your original damage. So let's say you do 100,000 damage. Normally, if it vaporizes, there's usually a plus 50% damage. Well, if it's reverse, if your fire hit normally does 100,000 damage, If you vaporize it, there's a plus 50% increase in the damage. It becomes 150,000 damage, right? But with Elemental Mastery, with the Elemental Mastery stat, you also increase that by an additional 16.1%, which I believe is 16.1% of the plus 50%. So it's like 65%. No, that's not correct. So it's like 58%. So you end up with like 158,000 damage, I think. Or something like that, right? Don't quote me on the numbers. If you want to look at it from the quicken perspective, so when someone's affected by grass and then you zap them with electricity or vice versa, then you activate something called quicken. When someone is in the quicken mode, when someone's in the quicken state and you zap them with electricity or hit them with grass again, what happens is an additional flat stat is included, and that's based on a few things, one of which is Elemental Mastery, yeah. So this is a more is better stat if you actually build around it. Yes. The way it works for all of the older reactions, which are, and by that I mean the non-Dendro reactions, is that there is a threshold, usually around about the 200 mark, before building additional EM loses value. It's no longer, like, each point of EM no longer is as strong as it was. And that's usually the case when you have too much of one specific stat. Like, if you have a whole heap of crit stats and no attack stats, you would do worse than someone who has a decent balance of attack stats, crit stats, and all that jazz, right? If you build a Pyro Carry, but still noted, yeah. If you... I don't know if this is the case in Star Rail. If you hyper-focus on one specific stat... And this is the case in Warframe as well. If you hyper-specialize in one specific stat and that stat only, you're going to end up doing worse than someone who has got a build that's spread out all over the place. On the stats that are useful, of course. You don't want to be building defense on Arlecchino, for example, right? Because she doesn't do anything with defense. Her damage is not affected by her defense at all. You only build defense on Arlecchino if you're, like, terrified of dying, I guess.
Innocence and kindness are such beautiful qualities. Also useless.
In Star Rail, you're definitely getting more rewarded with hyper-focusing? Really? Wait, but how hyper-focusing are we talking about? Because in Genshin, right? In Genshin, for like most characters, until sort of recently, but for most characters, you don't want to hyper-focus on crit damage and have no crit rate, because then you run into the problem of almost never critting, even though when you do crit, you do a lot more damage, which is fantastic, but if you almost never crit, then every time you don't crit, you're actually basically suffering a massive DPS loss. In Star Rail, is that the case in Star Rail? Because I know in Star Rail there's like a lot more other stats in the game. There's like attack, not attack speed per se, but there's like that turn speed or whatever it is. There's that. There's a few other things involved. Like I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot more.
You shall become the one true king.
Yeah, then there's break effect, which I don't even know what the hell that is. Firefly wants break effect, but also has a conversion with attack equals break effect. Even then, it's still better to just get as much break effect, and attack is still the only copium stat if things roll bad. Yeah. That's the thing I don't really understand. Like, in Genshin, crit is really, really good. But is crit, like, not the premium stat in Star Rail? Okay. Whoops. I just realized we actually started playing the thing. I'm gonna move on and see what's in this. Yeah, this should be good. Interestingly, there are 3 types now. There's break focus, raw focus, and dot focus. Break and dot can't crit. Oh, is that why? Oh, okay, okay. That's the... Okay, well, I don't really know what break damage really even is, but we do have dot damage in this game. It's called burning, and that also can't crit. So, to some extent, if you want to play a burning team, which doesn't exist right now, that's not really a thing in this game, but if you want to play a burning team for whatever reason, the characters that trigger burning don't need to be build crit. Because burning doesn't crit either. That would explain why, like, crit isn't necessarily king. You need to figure out what the character is. There are a couple of characters in this game. Well, actually no. Recently there's actually been a bit of a push for characters to not necessarily be crit focused. So for example, we have someone like Arlecchino. Oh, sorry, not Arlecchino, Christ. So for example, we have someone like, in HSR there's a lot of, I wish this double crit was on a different pace. Yeah. To some extent, that's kind of starting to happen now in Genshin as well. So, for example, we have a character like Clorand, right? Clorand is still a character where you want to build a lot of crit, right? Like, this is a great piece. This is a great piece. Or rather, there's no crit rate on this piece, but it's still a great piece, right? This is a great piece. There's no crit rate on this piece. There's no crit rate on this piece. Like, Clorand is probably one of the first prime examples where crit rate loses some value. Where, like, you don't really need a lot of crit rate on your build. Why? Well, first off, Clorand's Ascension gives her crit rate. So when you go from level 20 to level... When you go from level 20 out of 20 to 20 out of 40, you should start getting a tiny bit of crit rate. And as you keep going up and up and up and up and up and up to, like, 80 out of 80, you've already gotten, like, a fair bit of crit rate just by doing that. And then you go from 80 out of 80 to 80 out of 90, you get a bunch more crit rate out of that, right? So when she ascends to 80 out of 90, at level 80 out of 90, she gets like 20, I think it's 28% crit rate, or is that wrong? I don't remember. She gets a fair bit of crit rate, right? Number one. Number two, at least in my case, I've given her Harange Pakufutsu, which is a crit rate weapon. So obviously there's a lot of crit rate involved in there. But number three, and here's the important part. Is it this one? Yeah. I'll read it out. If Clorand's Bond of Life is equal to or greater than 100% of her max HP, which is very, very normal. That happens all the time. Her crit rate is increased by 10% whenever her Bond of Life value increases or decreases. Increases or decreases. Maximum 2 stacks. Each stack is counted individually. Yeah. So, what happens is, Clorand's kit actually gives her a lot of crit rate. Which means, what happens is, you're going to, like, I have 68 right now, because I've actually decided to go less on the crit rate, right? When I use her, she will jump up to 82. So this says 88. This says 68.6206. The build is actually 88.6206. The crit stats anyway. So that's actually really, really good. Spam crit damage. You can try and spam crit damage, but there's another thing. Clorand also has Dark Shattering Flame. After a nearby party member triggers an electro-related reaction against an opponent, electro damage dealt by Clorand's normal attacks and last life orb, which is her ult, will be increased by 20% of Clorand's attack for 15 seconds, maximum 3 stacks. In other words, you do this 3 times, Clorand's normal attacks and her ult will be increased by 60% of her attack. Now, it's pretty big. It's pretty huge because her ult is 5 times 215% of her attack at level 9, and her normal attacks are Swift Hunt damage. Oh, hang on. When a bond of life is equal to or greater than 100%, less than 100% of random bond of life, shots, the damage is increased. Yeah. So Yeah, well, her pistol attacks, which are the ones I really care about, her pistol attacks are 76.7% of her attack at level 10. At crown level 10, right? Which means this Dark Shattering Flame thing is nearly as strong. It's plus 60%, so it's nearly doubling her damage. In other words, attack, really, really good. Yeah, attack is like really, really good. Up to a point. It's 60% of her attack, maximum... Right? Maximum damage increase achievable by this is 1800, which means... I think I may have... Have I overcapped on the attack?
They're locked in a safe. There's a metal gun case. We live in an area
Times
that's wooded.
6.6.
And I said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony.
Wait, hold on. Oh no, I haven't. No, I haven't yet. Because it's 1-800 times 10 divided by 6. Yeah, 3000 attack is how you... 3000 attack is when you overcap. I've got 2.4, I'm good, right? But yeah, attack is also really, really good. Actually, now that I think about it, that shouldn't make sense. Either way, point is, when you have Chlorand, and you've given her a crit rate weapon like Harange Pakufutsu, you actually don't need crit rate. You don't need that much crit rate on her build. Number one. Number two. Even less recently, we had the Marashose Hunter set. When your HP increases or decreases, your crit rate is increased by 12 for 5 seconds, max 3 stacks, which means just plus 36% attack. It's plus 36% crit rate just straight out of the gate, right? And so when you give Nivelette something like that and Sacrificial Jade, right from the jump he has 47.6% crit rate after my build. So my build actually doesn't have that much crit. There's no crit rate on this. There's no crit rate on this. Oh, there's no crit rate on this. Oh dear Christ, there's no crit rate on this either. And there's 6 here. So I've got 47.6% crit rate, which will jump up by 36 to go up to about 80. Are we Nivelette build flexing? No, I'm just explaining to Shin that in... No, we were just talking about how things work in Genshin and in Star Rail, and what I was noticing is that, at least in the few build discussions that I've heard about in Star Rail, it seems like crit is not the most important thing on the planet. Whereas, like, if you remember back to, like, the pre 3.0 days, and even to some extent the 3.0 days, the 3.x days, crit was king. If your build wasn't like 100, 200, your build sucked. But now, first off, Marashose means you don't really need that much crit rate on your build, and you'll be fine, number one. But then number two, Chlorand, whereby her kit alone already gives her so much bloody crit rate that your build actually doesn't need that much crit rate. My build for Chlorand doesn't actually have that much crit rate. And like, and yet when it's all said and done,
I will have order.
Overruled.
Quietly now. Things are about to get...
Flash!
meanwhile attack scalers have Sarah. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if Xbalanque might end up being the HP Sarah. Can you imagine if Xbalanque, Xbalanque, how would you pronounce that name? I've heard two pronunciations of this name here. Xbalanque. So Xbalanque is the when did we first hear about him? I think it was Nouvelette's character introduction before 4.1 dropped, when they did the drip marketing for Nouvellette. I think that was when we came across, that was when we got a message from Spelunky. But I don't know like how you're supposed to pronounce the name. I've heard two pronunciations. I've heard Spelunky, and then I've also heard Ishbelunky. Also, hey Seed, how's it going? I kind of like the sound of Ishbelunky, but at the same time, Ishbelunky, is that how X works in Mayan? Is that how that works? Because the Shebelunky also sounds right as well, but I kind of like the sound of Ishbelunky. I don't know. And I don't have any. And unlike the Sumeru gang, where I have a Pakistani friend who I can ask like, hey, how do you think the name Daya is supposed to be pronounced? And she said, if I were to look at it, I'd probably say Dahaya, and so that's why I call her Dahaya, because like my Pakistani friend reckons it's probably Dahaya if it's going to be anything. I don't have any sort of, you know, Central American friends. I do have like South American friends. I'm not sure. I mean, I could always ask my South American friend. I can always ask my Spanish friend. Wait, no, sorry. I can always ask my Argentinian friend, like, what she reckons. If it's like some sort of vague South American, I don't know, but it's Mayan. The name I think is like Mayan, so I don't know. But who is he? He is allegedly the Pyro Dragon Sovereign. But we don't know. We don't know. In fact, I might be wrong. I don't know. We've only heard of him once, and he's the only. Him and Jensen are the only two Natlan characters we know even anything about. We know Jensen. We know what Jensen looks like, and we've heard of Shebelunky. That's it. We are very, very, very. We are what do you call it? We are very, very, very in the blind.
Transfixed. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
It didn't crit. I imagine if Arlecchino's ult had crit on that Pyro slime, on that Cryo slime, she probably would have done 5 billion damage. Damn. But what was I talking about? Ishbelunky? Oh yeah. It'd be funny if Ishbelunky, being the Pyro Dragon Sovereign, first off, there's a good fair chance he's a DPS character. Secondly, it would be funny if he turns out to be the HP Sara that everyone's been looking for. the character who just straight up buffs everyone's HP by a flat amount. Of course, doesn't really matter. Well, hang on. Yeah, it would have to be a pretty significant amount, because for all the HP scalers, they tend to already have a lot of HP. Nouvellette has like 33. Farina tends to cap out at 40. Nilu has 60k for some ungodly reason. Kokomi can cap out at like... Kokomi can hit like 40k easy. The higher can hit like 40k easy. Chevy caps out at 40k. Candace could potentially hit 40k if you try. Like I question whether there would be ever an HP flat HP buffer like an HP Sara type.
Stabilize.
Perhaps that would just simply not be. Perhaps like should that ever exist, by definition they would be overpowered. See, for Yalan, Yeah, that's C for Yalan. And what is C for Yalan? It's not a flat bonus. It's actually a percentage bonus. But like 4 times more buff. Yeah. Well, I mean, increases all party members' max HP by 10% for 25 seconds for every opponent marked by lifeline, right? Maximum increase of 40%. So what's 40% increase? 40% increase on Farina would be 6k? Would be around about 6k HP. For Nivelette, it'd be also around about 6k HP. 5.5, 6k HP, thereabouts. For Nilu, it's around about 5.5, 6k HP. Yeah. You need C2 Farina that applies to the whole team. Well, yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that Farina doesn't do that. Like, just straight out of the jump. I mean, that would make her, like, wildly overpowered, but yes. That would also make Nivelette teams with her just even more over... all of this to say, I don't think this is ever going to happen. I mean... Well, I would... Okay, you know what? Never say never. Because Chevy exists. Nobody expected a single character to make Overload teams fantastic. Nobody expected someone to ever show up that would make Crystallize somewhat useful. You know? It's only a matter of time before Emily shows up and suddenly Burning is at least partly useful. Right? Nilu has a 75k HP cap on her passive. Thankfully. He says, thankfully. Oh, thank God. Thank God it just stops at 75k. Does it actually stop at 75k? I didn't even realize. Maybe, okay, maybe it's because I don't have key. Right? Maybe because I don't have key and because my artifacts are not like the most extremely optimized, if you will. Like, there's only 11k, there's only 11% HP here. There's like 9% HP here. There's no flat HP at all. There's no flat HP at all. There's no flat HP at all. Like, maybe because I haven't, like, maybe I don't feel the need to, like, massively optimize my Nilu build.
You have my undivided attention.
I forgot. I forgot that her passive caps out at 75. With Key, which I believe is like a plus 50? It's 88%, right? It's 88% HP, right? Right? It's 88% HP, and doesn't Key also give me... Doesn't it give me, like, HP scales differently? Let me check. Key of 66.2. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So with so it's about, let's just say it's like plus 30% HP, but then you also get 20% HP from the passive. So I was actually correct. It is 86.2. It was actually 86.2. Okay, so it's plus 30 plus 20, so it's plus 50% HP. Okay, cool. So if I were to grab Key, which I am actually kind of tempted to grab Key, it's another 7k HP, which brings me up to 67. Oh, okay, maybe I won't. I don't know. I kind of want to grab Key anyway, because Key's kind of ridiculous on Nilu. I kind of do want to grab Key. But if Chevy shows up on the Nilu banner, then I'm not going to get Key. I'm going to get Nilu C2. Key's good on Farina too. Key is fantastic on Farina as well. True. That is correct. But I do have Jade Cutter, which is better. Speaking of Farina, when I dropped that Farina guide and I kind of just said, yeah, C6 is great and all, but you could just play her with Candace. Dude, the C6 Farina nerds really came out of the woodwork and they're like, no. You have to explain. You really should explain why C6 Farina is actually really, really good. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, I could do that. But it's a solid $2,000 investment. I think people who want to do that already know that C6 Farina is busted. It's busted. I don't think I am the one who should be explaining, yeah, C6 Farina is really, really good. But apparently I've heard the craziest claim on the planet, which is with C6 Farina, Key of Kajna's suit outweighs her signature weapon. Apparently, Key of Kajna's suit is so insanely good on Farina that at C6 it outplays that. I've never heard of something like that before. I can't think of an example like that. I can't think of another example like that where a character's signature specifically loses value over some other weapon. Zhongli's weapon exists. Okay, fair. But no. Hold up. Counterpoint. I've never heard specifically C6 making a character's signature weapon worse than some other character's weapon, right? Because with Farina, keep in mind, Splendor Waters is still her best in slot at C5. I believe that's the idea, but it's specifically at C6, and it may very well be for Vape Farina teams or just Vape Farina teams in general. I don't know. But, like, it's specifically at C6 that Key of Kajna's suit suddenly is better. Right? With... I don't know if Key is only better for Vape teams. I mean, it might even be better for Hyperbloom teams, but, like, you're bringing C6 Farina for a Hyperbloom team? What the hell are you doing? Doesn't matter. With Zhongli, his Vortex Vanquisher is not the strongest weapon even at C0. Deathmatch is potentially better than Vortex Vanquisher at C0. So, that's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference between Farina's and Zhongli's. Zhongli's is not necessarily the best even at C0. This is probably because her set also changes at C6, which changes everything. Yeah, that could be the case too, yeah. Because then you start playing on-field Farina, which I'm already doing by, bringing in Canvas, but still. Yeah, when you start playing on-field Farina, you can actually build Marechaussee and move on. Which basically turns her into Nouvelette. Because, like, it's certainly not the case with Nouvelette. Nouvelette's book, I'm pretty sure at C6 is still his best weapon. Right? No one, I think, would argue that suddenly... Well, first off, no one would argue that sacrificial... Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even at C6, you wouldn't just suddenly be like, yeah, no, Sac Jade is better. No, it's not! No, it's not! Sac Jade is not better than his book. That's not how anything works. Sac Jade is just straight up not better than his book at C6.
Tastes the same as I remember.
Shut up. It'd be like if, like... It would be like if Yolan's... If, like, at C6, Aqua Simulacra is suddenly not as good as Thundering Pulse, which... No. You'd have... It would be like if suddenly Aqua Simulacra is not as good as First Grade Magic at C6. Because what happens at C6... you get a bunch of normal attacks that become charge attacks, right? Think about it. You get a bunch of normal attacks that become charge attacks. Now, Aqua Simulacra is at R1 at least. Oh, here we go. Aqua Simulacra at R1 is 20% increased damage. FGM is not that. So, so it's not the case, right? It's not the case for Yelan that Aqua Simulacra suddenly loses out to FGM at C6. That's not the case. Aqua should still outperform First Grade Magic at C6. But you mean to tell me that Key outperforms Splendor Waters? Tranquil Waters? Damn. I cannot think of another example like that. Seems like it needs to fulfill like 3 or so... Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Like, it's just wild. You're taking a weapon from an HP scaler to an attack scaler. Yeah, okay, yeah, that one's a... Yeah, okay, to be fair, that one's not the best example, but, like, it would have to be... Like, I would find that, like, just as ridiculous, I think is what I'm trying to say. I would find that just as ridiculous.
So let us continue.
Like, it'd be hilarious if, like, at C6 Arlecchino, Jadewing Spear suddenly becomes better than the Scythe. Then I'd be like, huh? How the hell does that happen? You know? How the hell does that happen? Whose cons really changed their playstyle? Nahida? Yeah, it'd be like Nahida, but then you have to be like... But Nahida's is different. But already Nahida... It doesn't exactly work out with Nahida. Because Nahida's jug... Nahida's jug... I'm not gonna call it a jug. Nahida's lamp... is already, like, contending with Kagura's at C0. It's already a bit of a toss-up between the two anyway. Dory C6 is kind of like that. Except Dory's best in slot weapon before... yeah, true. Dory's best is... Yeah, but... Dory doesn't have a signature weapon. You know? The difference between that... between Dory and, like, anyone else is that Dory doesn't have a signature weapon. She's a 4-star. 4-stars don't have a signature... 4-stars that aren't named Fischl don't have a signature weapon. Yeah. 4-stars that aren't called Fischl. And you can then be like, well then what about Fischl? Well, who the hell plays physical Fischl? That's when you want to use Mitternacht's Waltz. But otherwise... Otherwise, that doesn't really happen. Like, you'd have to tell me, like, oh yeah, at C0, at C6, Hu Tao, there is a weapon that is better than a Homer. And then I would look at you and be like, no, there's not. That is not how anything, that's not how that works. No, there's not. And then it turns out there is, and I'll be like, what? Like, if C6, like, if somehow C6, okay. Here's one. C6, Amos Bow used to be Fischl's signature weapon, but then they changed it. You could probably use... Well, yeah, because Dendro happened and then suddenly Stringless is better, right? Oh, no, you mean for, like, on-field DPS Fischl. I mean, you could always use TP then. They changed the passive of Amos? Really? So what, they nerfed Amos? That doesn't sound right. Fischl's trailer has an Amos bow. Oh, it does. Okay, I didn't even notice. Like, it... Dahia's, like, best in slot being her signature is the case, but then... But then... No, it wouldn't... Like, you wouldn't be out DPSing with Redhorn at C6. I wouldn't think you'd be out DPSing with Redhorn or Wolves at C6. Right? I think you'd still be out... I think you'd still be doing better with Bacon than with... Definitely not Wolves, yeah. Like, you'd have to somehow tell me that C6... Well, C6 Seno probably doesn't really do anything. Chlorad might actually be the case, though. Because... What's her signature weapon? It's... The signature weapon that I ended up not getting. It's 20% crit damage. Okay, so first off, it's 64% crit damage because it's 44 plus 6 plus 20. And then your bond of life is increased. And then when your bond of life changes, your damage is increased by 16% for 6 seconds, max 3 stacks, which is 48% damage percent. Whereas with this one, whereas with Haran, it's 12% damage bonus plus 40% attack. Oh, sorry, plus 40% damage bonus. So, oh, it's 52% damage bonus. So I get more damage bonus with Haran, but I don't get the 20% crit damage. But then like, for 12 seconds after Hunter's Vigil is used, Koran's crit rate is increased by 10 and her crit damage is increased by 20. Additionally, is it possible that Harangepaku Futsu actually ends up being better than... Is it possible that somehow Harangepaku Futsu somehow ends up being better than Absolution at C6? No way, right? Generally C6 just adds more damage? Yeah, generally. Yeah. But Farina's is pretty different in that it actually... You do get to start playing on-field Farina. which is kind of insane. And one thing that I definitely did not realize is that if you have C6 Farina, first off, you should be able to clear everything with Farina just by herself. But secondly, if you have C6 Farina, then it's possible to play French Loi with Shenhe and not have to worry about healing because Farina is the healer. That I didn't realize. That I did not realize until someone explained, oh yeah, you actually don't need a healer in Farina teams anymore. Because Farina can then team heal like crazy. And in that regard, you can play French Loi without Mika. You can play French Loi with Shenhe. I wonder if Kokomi is the reverse. Kokomi? Kokomi, not really. Whereas TTDS until is C6. You gain 40% Hydro bonus for 4 seconds when her normal charge attacks heal or would heal any party member within 80% with 80% or more HP. You get 40% Hydro damage bonus. I've never really understood C6 Kokomi myself. It just doesn't sound amazing. Because I look at that, right? I look at C6 Kokomi. Oh wow, when you use her ult, you get an additional 40% Hydro damage, which, okay, great. But then, let's put that in context. C4 Miko is 20% Electro bonus. So C6 Kokomi is just double that, but like, considering that Kaz exists, considering that, well, now Farina exists, right? Considering that, yeah, considering that, hell, C6 Sucrose exists, considering that, like, Hydro Cups also exist, how valuable is it to get twice the value of a C4 in a game where 5-star C4s are typically not, you know, like the most amazing things on the planet. C4 Miko is not spectacularly Omega Lol amazing. I'll take it, but it's not like the biggest thing on the planet. At least C4 Yalan is also not like the most spectacular, amazing, big thing on the planet either. But at least that one's unique, right? There's not that many constellations that just straight up boost your HP, whereas like C4 Lisa is busted. Like you look at 4-star C4s and they're generally pretty good. C4 Noelle, the explosion from C4 Noelle is actually pretty good. This one's trash. C4 Nahida is like, wow, 160 EM on a character that already has like close-ish to 1,000. It's like, okay, do you know if C6 Farina with Key is only best in slot for vape teams? I have no idea. I only heard that is the case. I heard that apparently that ends up being the case. But I can imagine that for a mono hydro team it won't be, right? For starters, a mono hydro team probably not. If you don't have that much, if you have a lot of crit rate on your build but not that much crit damage, then Key would probably not be as strong as Splendor Waters, or Tranquil Waters rather, right? If you have if you're playing Hyper Bloom, wow, that is a waste of a C6 Arena, but yeah, okay, I suppose if you're playing Hyper Bloom, Key would be better than Tranquil Waters, but
All right.
that's not even a C6. Key would be better than Tranquil Waters at C0.
I'm feeling up to it.
Right? If you're mainly focusing on the Hyper Bloom damage. If you're playing... Yeah, if you're playing Forward Vape Farina, if you're playing Farina with, like, Oppa, if you're playing... What other options would there be? Oh, I have no idea. I'm just guessing at this point. I don't really know. I don't really know. But multiple key effects stack? They do? So I guess if you play like a vape team where it's nothing but swords. Yeah? Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, there's only one pyro sword character in that game. Yeah, if you play Farina and oh, for real? Interesting. That sounds pretty disgusting, though. Farina Nilu? Double key? What, are your blooms doing, like, 120,000 damage a hit when they crit under C2 Nahida? Is that what happens? 20% of the time? No, but is that what your friend reported? Oh my god, my blooms were doing 120k damage?
Are you ready? 3,
I don't even know. Nah, he's C0.
1.
He doesn't have C2 Nahida? Fair. If he doesn't have C2 Nahida, then fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. How does one accidentally get 2 keys? What was he aiming for? Last time we had a Nilu rerun was with Nahida, wasn't it? I think last time we had a Nilu rerun was with Nahida, and there's allegedly a Nilu rerun incoming. Oh, different weapon batters. Oh, that's rough. Alright, anyway, moving on. Let's get Shigvin. No, we're not gonna get Shigvin. Did I ever do the Shigvin trial? No, I don't think I did. The only time I tried Shigvin was in her story quest, and where I really just tried her with Farina. She's a funny-ass character, I'll say that.
Know my soul. Rain outlines your fate.
What in the Fremine?
Let's blow bubbles! By royal decree.
Getting here. Hey.
Don't be nervous. Just relax.
Let me leave you a verse.
Midnight Phantasm.
Wibbly wobbly.
Woobly wobbly!
Going on. Frost is coming. Hey. Frost is coming. Getting here.
I feel like this is not like the best way to like trial
Let's blow
Shigvin, because like I for one have like no idea what's going on.
Frost is coming. Getting here. Hey. Getting here.
It's like Shigvin is supposed to buff your off-field damage, but is that what he's doing? I don't know. Oh, what the hell is this? Echo and Song! Let's go!
Let the world come alive.
This is such a weird-ass team. Is that friggin' D-Bane? D-Bane Shangling. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. D-Vane does shape better than catch. Yeah. I don't even know how to I mean, that may be the case, but if I have D-Vane on, if I had... My Shangling has 204 ER right now. Mainly because I'm using an attack, mainly because I'm using an attack sand instead of a... I mean, I should... Wait, how much EM do I have? 159. Okay, I don't need an EM sand. Mainly because I'm using an attack sand. Because I'm using the catch. I guess then at that point I could just use a... I suppose I could do that and then chuck D-Bane on her. But then I have probably way too much EM, don't I? Ah, fuck that. I'll stick to... I'm not really even paying attention to what my Shangling build even is. It's just kind of just... It's just kind of whatever. But if I don't use the catch on Shangling, who the hell else am I going to use it on? Rosaria? Probably not. I've got Fav on her right now. Who else would I use it on? Zhongli. I have engulfing. C6 Candace. Now that's an incredible idea. I could totally use it on C6 Candace actually, yeah. Because this counts as burst damage. Catch increases burst damage by 32% and then also increases crit rate of burst damage by 12. It's an idea. It's certainly an idea of all time. But yeah. No, I wouldn't give it on. I wouldn't put it on Raiden mainly because I have engulfing. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you gotta. Well, for me, actually, instead of her HP scaling attack buff, well, I mean, at that point, what are your options? Freaking rightful reward. In terms of weapons, there's not really a whole lot of options. It's just rightful bloody reward. Which is like, oh wow, it's 25% HP. Whereas if I were to like try and maximize her damage, I have things like... I have this, which has like 16% HP. Whilst being an ER. Black Tassel? Yeah, I've already killed all. I've already broken all of my Black Tassels. Sack that, right? I have this. And I have one of these two. I have this, or I could use this, which has 20% HP. So I can kind of do both. Like it's like a por qué no los dos kind of situation. How hard does my Noelle hit? Obviously it depends on the team. I don't play Goro that much. These days I play like...
As you wish.
Let's see, these days I do this. So let's just go Spiral Abyss and I'll show you. 41k full auto. I think mine is usually... Actually, I don't remember. I want to say 50, but I could be wrong. Where's Miko? Is that with C2 Nahida? Why blind Noel? Ah, I see. Is that with C2? Is that with C2 Nahida in your Hyper Bloom team? Because then you have defense reduction. Yeah. Okay. Well, that will help.
Leave it up to me. Time to clean up.
40. There we go. 50. I think there was a 50 in there.
Emerge.
So Farina's thing has expired.
Rubber send up. Right here. Emerge. Feeling lucky? I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should.
42. 45. 45 without... I have Geores. Yeah, I do have Geores.
Right now. Emerge. Hey there! Leave it up to me, as a dutiful maid would.
So yeah. Oh, and I'm using Red Horn, of course. Which obviously will also make a huge difference.
Hey there!
Goodbye. But we'll meet again.
Right here.
But I don't have Defense Shred. Husk? Yeah, Husk. Yeah, I'm running Husk. I have Geores. I have Red Horn. I am running Farina, but only C0 Farina. If you've got C3 Farina, your fanfare limit has already increased by more than your fanfare limit has increased by 100%, by 100, which means you have. So instead of having 75 cap, it's 124. Eh? Oh right, yes. Talent levels, yeah. So you have more damage percent than me. You've also got defense shred. You've also got more defense shred. Well, not even more defense shred. You actually have defense shred as opposed to me not having defense shred. But you don't have Geo Resonance, which is a pretty big deal.
As long as I have my friends with me.
I just made my Noel put all my defense goblets. Well, that will probably also be an issue then. Maybe your build is just not a DPS build. Because what do I have? I have 20% Geo Res. Yeah, I have 20% Geo Res shred just off right out of the bat. Yeah. Because this is my build, right? If anything, I could use some more crit rate, but that's CBF. Yours is probably like 3.5k defense. You can roast it. Yours is what, 3.5k defense thereabouts? If you're just doing full defense, then that's probably the case. That's like a rough guess. That's like a rough guesstimate. You're not on Husk. Oh, then you might be on 3k then. Yeah, you might have a 3k defense Noel with like no crit. Never farmed Husk. You can strongbox that shit, buddy. Alright, let's do this. You can strongbox Husk. Defeat an opponent within 3 seconds of triggering an overload reaction. Okay, I can do that. Let's play Overload Arlecchino. Why not? Seems I need a better A. What? Isn't your right and left like beyond top 1% and you have C3?
Right here. Hands where I can see 'em. Line up your quiver. Storm the front. Emerge.
Transfixed.
watching.
Marucho say strongbox emblem.
Emerge.
I mean,
Justice will prevail.
fair.
Stop right there. I'm getting it.
Now you're testing my patience.
Overruled.
Oh. Okay. Oh, you just have to complete it. You don't necessarily have to complete it at a certain period of time or anything like that. You just have to complete it. Okay, so it's actually a pretty straightforward. You're building Charlotte right now? Really? I wasn't expecting you to build Charlotte. Wait, this is also Overload, huh? Will be greatly increased. Wait, this is also what? Feels like I'm just reading the same thing again, huh? Yeah, okay. Sure, I can do the same thing. Oh, they want me to play Clorand. They want me to play Clorand Overload. Okay, I can do that. I don't really mind. Where's the hire? There you are. Let's go. My level 40 Charlotte C6! Well, that explains a lot. Sorry, I missed the part where you had C6.
Buckle up. Evil looks. Shoot on sight. You asked for it. Drop your weapon. Flash. Glory to the Shogun.
Into the shadows.
Let's get it on.
Time to testify.
Hands where I can see them. Quiver. Buckle up. Hi.
No turning back. Into the shadows. Hunt them down.
Flash. Look alive. Huh. Stop right there. You asked for it.
Loaded.
Okay. Moving on. C6 Charlotte just +3 burst levels isn't it? No. If you get no, C6 Charlotte is kind of ridiculous. I think Zajeff did like a healing spreadsheet. C6 Charlotte like just blows everyone out of the water. It's insane. I don't know if C6 Charlotte can out heal Shigvin right now. Shigvin heals a lot, I think. But I think C6 Charlotte might still be better. Okay, what do we got? Defeat, okay, cool. After all party members receive Hydro Electro damage bonus. Okay, shockwave shenanigans. I'm using Maidens on her since no need for Noblesse. Yeah. No, Maidens would be the way, yeah. Oh, no. Song of Days Past. Get yourself Song of Days Past. Yeah, get yourself that. Let's play Raiden Taser. Let's play Taser. Taser. So, where's Arena? Yeah, play Taser. Put my Cloud Retainer set on her. No. Get another one. Get another one. That's right. That's what I mean. Read my lips. Get another one.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Barbados. Now you shall perish.
Oh, am I using an electric? I'm using an electric up.
Time to shine.
Oops.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
I swear by my sword. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shut.
Okay. That was unnecessary. You don't take a set from someone and put it on someone else. You take the set from someone you keep it on them, and then you farm a new set for someone else. Because remember, because here's the deal. This is what I have, and you should have it too, X, because you've been playing this game as long as I have, right? Since the start, more or less. Okay, I have way too many artifacts, number one, but also number two, right? How many TF builds do I have? Well, this is half. This is half of a TF build. I have... no, sorry. I have 1. I have 2. 3. Do I have more? 4. Do I have more? No, I believe that's it. How many TOTM, how many tenacity builds do I have? Well, I have 1. Right, I have 1. I can have 2. I can have... Nope, that's not it. I can have 2 if I want. Is this even my... Yeah. I can have 2 if I want. Where's Layla? I have 3. And so when it comes to the question of Song of Days Past, how many Song of Days Past builds do I have? Well, I have 1. But the actual answer is I have 2. Yeah, I have 2 on... I have 2, actually. For Charlotte, I'm actually just using 2 double HP, but I haven't really built Charlotte. I mean, I have, but I haven't really built Charlotte. And then... Oh, and then the even funnier thing is, like, how many Deepwood builds do I have? Well, I have 1. Right? I have 1... Nope, I have 2. Where's Yao Yao? I have 3. I have 3 whole sets of Deepwood. 2 of which don't really need to be super special awesome, but the Baiju one is good at least. And then how many EOSF builds do I have? Okay, how many EOSF builds do I have? Oh Christ. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, possibly 5 if I want to run it on the higher. Possibly 6. No. No. 5 of the one I would run on the higher is the same I would run on Candace. So 4 or 5. I don't even. I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5. Who else do I have it on? 5. Is that everyone? Oh, 6. I have 6 EOSF builds. Yeah. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta farm. You just gotta farm to the point where everyone has their own build. So when you say, oh yeah, I'll take it from Cloud Retainer and put it on Florand. Oh, sorry, I'll take it from Cloud Retainer and put it on Charlotte. No, you won't. No, you won't. You keep it on Cloud Retainer and you make a new one. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Alright, what do I want to do? Electro Charge again. Okay. We'll do this then. Why not? We'll do this. Where's Yolan Farina?
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now. Busted.
Let's keep going, team.
Into the shadows. Shoot on sight.
Time to shine.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
You had your chance. Leave the motive.
Let my name echo in song.
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Precision strike ready.
I got that attack speed anyway, so I don't really care about the fact that I completely missed that thing.
Hunt them down.
Time to shine. Strike upon.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Busted.
You had your chance. Now's your
Into the shadows. Time to testify. Move it.
Okay. Okay. I love that. Alright, what's next? Frozen? Oh. Well, I mean, there's only one freeze team that I actually play these days, and that's where are you? French Loy. I don't think I've played Ayaka in a very long time. And I noticed that, like, these days people don't...
This is a new one.
Okay. Hold up. I swapped to Farina. What the hell?
Let the world collide.
leave the wounded to me.
Got something for ya.
Clouds high. The birds call.
You're stuck now.
Wind strike.
Ooh, big hits.
Time to shine. Shower me with threat.
Neutralizing threats. Now's
I don't even know if I don't even think I can play Ayaka anymore.
into the wind.
Oh, for real?
This is a new one.
Let my name echo in song.
Let's keep going, team. Clouds high. The birds come.
Ever seen one of these?
Oh, dang it, that was the last one. Balls. Alright, well, wait. Damage taken by... Okay, sure. We'll continue playing Aloy, I don't really care. Ooh, actually, you know what? You know what I haven't done in a while? I can't change my character builds. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I can't change my character build, so I want to go Freeze Loy. I've kind of lost practice with Freeze Loy, that's for damn sure. I'm way too addicted to French Loy.
Let the world collide.
Precision strike. Leave the wounded to me.
Got something for ya.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
You're stuck now.
Time to shine. Shower me with threat.
Let's keep going, team.
But at least I haven't lost
Clouds high.
practice with French Loy.
The wind knows.
Freeze him.
The hunt is on.
Oh, what?
Let the world collide.
Leave the wounded to me.
This'll pack a punch.
As one with wind and cloud.
Is it... It says defeat opponents who are affected by frozen. Does that mean I have to kill them while they are actually frozen? I mean, I can do that.
Neutralizing threats. Let's keep going, team.
Got something for ya.
Clouds high. The birds.
Alright, well, there we go. I can do that with Aloy. I guess that means that, like, if they happen to not be frozen at the right time, we're cooked. Alright, what are we doing? Melt? Huh? Wait, what? Ooh, okay, I know what I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I was thinking like, huh? How am I was thinking like, how in the hell am I going to do this? I know what I want to do. First off, I need the higher on a DVS build. We're gonna play Melt the Higher. Wait, hold on, this might do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, perfect, awesome. We're gonna play Melt the Higher. So how do we play Melt the Higher? Well, what you need is the higher. Oh, hang on, I need to check my builds. What we need is the higher, number one. Number two, ideally at C6, but we need Diona, and we need Diona to be on a build. So, what do I have? I don't think I have a maiden set. No, I don't have a maiden set available. Is my Ocean Hue clam set available? Yes, it is. Wonderful. Sackbow, fantastic. Oh, and I think for Ganyu, we'll need Ganyu as well. For Ganyu, just basically anything that's ER, anything that's ER based will do the trick. Okay, fine. I suppose I should be using Fav, so... So, I guess at that point... Oh, actually! What's this freeze build? Okay, this freeze build that I have, which I think might actually be Aloy's freeze build. That'll work. Okay, cool. And then I have Thingo on Rosaria, so I should have a lot of energy incoming, so that should work out. Alright, so we have C6 Diona, my Ganyu that I've still got at level 40, lol, and Rosaria.
You can't run! Shiver! This is long overdue. You asked
Let's go.
for it. Shake it and stir. Scratch down. Look at you.
Let's get it on!
Hot. Jump. Punishment. Blaze over. No touching.
You're dead meat!
Dead meat!
Shake it and
You can't run!
shiver. Scratch. All hail. Access denied. Yeah.
Lots of target practice.
Look alive.
Raise it storm!
Where do you think you're going? You can't run! Punishment! For Rex Lapis! Born of Ice and Frost. Target practice. Buckle up! Access denied.
Your sacrifice is
Okay, this isn't working as well as I thought it would.
You! Bring it down. Judgment! Shiver! All hail! Born of Ice and Frost. You're dead meat!
Could be that I had way more ER back then.
Stretch your wings and raise a storm! Ha! Book alive! Hi! Where do you think you're going? In out of your dream, no touching! Ha!
Okay, that did not work out as well as I thought it would. Okay, that did not work out as well as I thought it would. So I think if I go for good old EOSF, then do I have EOSF? I think I have an EOSF build ready. Should be able to make one. 8 BEM. Oh, attack is still good too. I could probably get away with that HP piece that I have. No, I can use that. Then I can use that. Oh no, never mind. That one's actually strictly better. Okay, never mind. We'll go back to this then.
Staring at
Alright, let's give that a try.
my
Buckle up! Think you can bully me? Sayonara! Lights out. For Rex Lapis! Born of Ice and Frost. Gloves off! You can't run! Book alive! Hi!
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Look at you! Judgment! Shiver! This is long overdue. Access denied. You asked for it. Shaking and stirred. Think you can pull?
Oh my god, die already!
Let's get down to business.
In out of your dream. For Rex Lapis. Lights out. Gloves off.
Finally, some target practice. Let's get it on!
Shaking and stirred.
Your sacrifice is
Look
ready.
at you! Down.
Shiver!
All hail. No touching.
You're dead meat!
Let's go.
Some target practice. Buckle up! Pressure wings! Raise a storm!
Sacrifice is ready.
Punishment.
Where do you think you're going?
For Rex Lapis. Born of Ice and Frost.
Gloves off!
Okay, that was slightly better. We're gonna move on. And then the final... Oh, and then this one. Then the last one. Melt damage just in general. Okay, awesome. They want me to play Melt Arlecchino. I'll give it a try. Sure, why not? Melt bloody Arlecchino, huh? I'm sure we can make that happen. Ooh, at that point I might actually run Layla instead of, Ganyu then. Rosario is still a good choice.
Transfix.
Special. Scratch. Don't be scared. Yeah.
Lights out. Witness my rise. Overruled.
Judgment. Shaken and stirred. Scratch. Inhale. Shiver. Stars, shine for me. My guiding star. You can bully me. Shaken and stirred. Punishment.
I realize I have like 2 shields on this team. Which is kind of hilarious that I have 2 shields on this team. But there we go. Well, that was really straightforward. Alright, let's put my teams back into, put my characters back on who they should be. Where's the Hoya? There you are. Okay, you're back on that. You're back on... Eh? Where did this come from? Oh. I see what's going on. You want to use that, but I want you to use that. Which is why you're going to use... Where is it? This one. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, cool. So you're fixed. Ganyu. Honestly, Ganyu can just hold on to that. Like, I don't play her, but she can hold on to that. I don't really care. I should probably take Ocean Hue Clam off Diona for now. Because I might need Ocean Hue Clam on someone else at some point. Maybe a DPS Kokomi build at some point. Alright. How many primos do I have? 957? Yeah. Hey, Castillo, how's it going? Alright, we'll do that. Ooh, level 40. Fun. I don't know, just order. 157 for Shigvin? Yeah, nah. Nah, I'm certainly not gonna go and grab Shigvin.
Add Ash. Thank you for complete. Add Ash.
I do want to make that video of like why I won't get Shigvin, and it's really just a springboard for me to explain how Medic Motor works. But yeah. The thing about Shigvin not meta enough for me? No. I suspect there's going to be a Chevreuse banner coming in 4.8, and I'm trying to save funds for that. No, I just don't really. I'm just not finding the appeal in her playstyle. It's just not working for me at all. And also, on top of that, the cool thing that she has, which is gigantic amounts of healing, I kind of already can do with Baiju. But then on top of that, the cool thing that she can do, which is off-field skill damage like Shenhe, it's 10 stacks, but it's shared by everyone, which kind of kills the idea of me playing her with like Nahida, Farina, Miko. So that's, yeah, I don't know, like at the present moment I'm not feeling the appeal to play her. I suspect that when Natlan drops, I will sorely and surely regret that, but regret not getting her, and will immediately grab her as soon as she gets a rerun. But we'll see. I suspect that a part of me suspects that Shivin at the present moment is sort of not like super duper useful, but neither was the Haya when she first released, right? And now I played the Haya a lot. You know? Partly because I want to play the Haya more, but also because there is a pretty legit reason to play the Haya, which is things are breaking shields way too quickly. So there's that.
Something you wish to report? Go on.
There's a possibility that I suspect that Shigvin might be in the same boat, but for the time being, I'm just not seeing it. That being said, though, I wonder if anyone has tried to use Shigvin as a way of just supercharging off-field the higher damage. I don't know if anyone's done that yet. That would be a pretty hilarious way of being like, hey guys, Shigvin's actually really, really good. She can make off-field the higher really, really good. Someone should try that. Not me, but someone should try that. Because you chuck that in with Farina. You chuck that in with Farina and all of a sudden we may have ourselves something interesting here. It'll be 5 hits between. It might actually be 5 hits between the Haya and Farina. It's the fact that the ammo is shared. That's just the part of it that's not really working for me. But whatever. That being said, though, how many standard pools do I have? 8. Shop. And I guess we end the night with a 10 pull, chat. We actually end the night with a 10 pull. Let's go. Speaking of the higher, help me get the higher constellation. I need like, well, I need 2. I need 2 of them. But it will take a bit of time to get them. Alright, let's do this. Oh. Alright, Gendo-san. Alright, here we go. Alright. What is my fortune for today? Misfortune. Alright, well. Well, we might as well. We gotta pray anyway, so let's do it. Oh, Hakushin. Cause of this enchantment. In reverence, I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally. Give us the Dahaya or Chevreuse constellation that we seek. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, well, we didn't get a 5-star. I don't even know where I'm up to with regards to like what I'm getting from the standard banner. Am I getting a weapon or a Dragon's Bane? Oh yeah. Character? Ah. Okay, never mind. Alright, well, I think that'll do it for today, and I believe that'll also do it for this week, let me just check the battle pass. I believe we're actually done for now. Next week Friday should be this time next week should be the 4.8 live stream, which is going to be exciting for two reasons. Number one, it's 4.8 live stream, but number two, Natlan teaser incoming, surely. Big Natlan teasers incoming, surely. So yeah, cool beans. But anyway, until Monday. Monday is Imaginarium Theatre, by the way, everyone, because Monday is the start of the month. In fact, Monday is also the start of the financial year. So get ready for that. It's on a Monday. Yeah, man. The start of the month is on a Monday. Yeah. Which means when the week resets, Thursday is Zenless. Oh, is that for real? Then yeah. Thursday, wow. Then this coming week is a big Hoyoverse week then, isn't it? Monday it's Imaginarium Theatre, Thursday is Zenless... What? Zenless release? Okay, well I better keep an eye on that then. Thursday is Zenless release. I'll try it. But considering that I haven't played Woowa for a while now, a good long while, I probably... I mean, I don't know. Every time I look at Zenless, I'm thinking, the color palette's a little bit desaturated. I'm not into it. But, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really even know what's going on in Zenless. So I'm sure when all the guides from the various guide makers drop, I will proceed to very much not watch any of them. I didn't watch any of the guides for Woowa, so I cannot tell you what the hell you should be doing in Woowa. Nor will I. I only know what to sort of vaguely do in Warframe and Genshin at the present moment. I still haven't finished the Woowa story. Man. Oh, and Destiny. I can at least sort of vaguely tell you what to do in Destiny. Vaguely. Sandwich is the person you should be asking if you want Destiny tips, that's for sure. Okay, well, anyway, I think on that bombshell we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, don't forget to follow and feel free to sub. If you're watching on YouTube now or in the future, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Fate is upon you. Let me scrap. Laid bare. How dare you eat my name with a good song? Yup. Decided by destiny. Delve into destiny. Witness mine. Let me written in the Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword. Hands up, rebuild.
The clouds high, the birds call, the wind knows me.
Like lightning, killing sound. Strike it up.
Falling leaves. Adorn my...
Rain cutter. Rain outlines.
Into the wind.
I
determines your fate. Huh?
Witness growth and rebuild.
Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
Billowing surge. Declining, echoing song. Showing you.
Body, no, my sword. Let me weave you.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves. Adorn my
Turn, refuse.
wind strike.